as I look to the spirit world, I know that I did just mention earlier a crazy cat lady with lots of cats. I feel like she's back. So I don't feel like she was so much of a something to talk about. I actually feel like she was here impressing me with her. So I've got a lady here. I know that she has lots of cats. I feel also that she was perhaps a little bit solitary, or maybe a little eccentric, liked her own space, liked her own time. I feel as though she, I don't know what you're doing there. I feel as though she must have done something with her hands, because she places her hands in front of my mind here, and I'm wondering what that's all about. So, okay. She might have actually had something like arthritis or sore hands or something like that, because my hands are a bit crunchy. And let me have a look. I know that she could be maybe a little stern at times, a little straight down the line. Almost, I feel as though, I don't know whether she had a dementia later in life, but I feel as though I need to gauge where she's at today. Does that make sense? I just feel as though I need to kind of work out where she's at. I kind of want to come over here somewhere, and I never do that. I haven't developed the skill to know where I'm going yet, but I do feel like I want to come over here somewhere. I know that I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 rows in, because I feel like I'm looking here. I'm really looking at the lady that just turned her head. I'm really looking at you. Yeah, does this make any sense to you? Yeah. Okay. A lady that had cats, lived in the country, was a little, okay, let me see if I can get her. Come on. Yeah, I've got a lady. I know that my cats are important. I feel as though, I almost feel as though I would like to not be too bothered with people, maybe just like to be with my cats mostly. And maybe there's a sense of never knowing where her mind's at. I can't judge her moods, that sort of thing. Is that making sense for anybody out there at all? I don't have an auntie with cats. No, you don't have anyone? Nobody wants a crazy cat lady? Okay. Alright, let me just, I'm just going to park her to one side for a minute and see what we have. Just bear with me while I move her for a second. I feel really insistent, so I'm going to be a little bit pushy. I'm going to push her to the side a little bit, and because I know somewhere over here I'm looking at somebody. But I'm going to push her to the side. I'm going to see who else we have and bring them forward. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay, alright. I have with me now another lady. It's kind of lady night here. I know that this lady is not crazy. I know that this lady is very vivacious in life, very well loved, very loving lady. I feel as though she was a striking lady to look at. She might have had maybe olive skin, maybe short cut hair, and it might have been grey or white or something like that. So I know that I've got this lady here. She passes relatively recently, within the last, just need some chairs for the people that have just come in. Relatively recently, within the last couple of years, I'd say definitely within the last 5 years, perhaps even 3 years. I know she comes forward. I see things now like, I'm looking at things like drumming. I have drums in front of me. I know that there's drumming connected here. I know that that's really important, because as I walk up and down here, I know that I feel as though I'm playing the drums. But but also I know that there's drumming connected, but mainly the noise that I can hear is like the Trinidad drums, like the Jamaican man. Does that make sense to you? Okay. The drums make sense? Oh, sorry, can we have a mic and then we'll just work out? Because if I hear your voice, you know how it works. If I hear your voice, I'll be able to go deeper with this lady. So can you just let me know what makes sense? You don't have to stand up.
Mum was Jamaican and she was a singer and she did a lot of the Jamaican music.
Okay.
And I would only sleep when I was a baby if I was by the drums.
Okay. All right.
And drums. She died about 18 months ago.
18 months. Okay, because she feels quite recent. Well, she's a striking lady to look at. Olive skin. She must have been very particular about my face. I feel as though I want to look good here. So as she comes forward, I feel as though she looks good.
Yeah, except when she couldn't really see and she was trying to draw on eyebrows and
because I'm looking here at my face and I know that this must look good, and that's very, very important for her. She's a lovely lady, I have to say, just a beautiful, beautiful person. Now, I know that you're spiritually aware, but I think she was spiritually aware as well. In fact, I feel as though behind her family, the lines run.
They're all very psychic.
Yeah, because I feel like I can go backward behind her lines and that's working for me. Now let me just see what else she brings me here. I don't know what this is. I know last night I had strange things like lions and little dogs running around. But I see something like a macaw, or a bird like a macaw. And my mind goes to a movie about a bird called Paulie. Paulie is an important movie. I don't know why it's important, just bear with me, I'll work my way through this. Paulie is an important movie, maybe not so much the bird, maybe the name Paulie.
Her name was Pauline.
Pauline, okay, because it's the only way she can give me is this strange kids movie that I'm looking at here as well. So I know I've got the lovely lady Pauline here. I can still hear like Trinidad drums going on. I know that vibrates all the way around me here and it feels lovely. Just let me blend with her a little bit more. As she comes forward and blends with me here, did she have problems? Was it a cancer she had?
Oh, lots of it.
She had problems here?
Yes.
All through here. Because as she blends with my body here, I can feel it here, in here. And I know that there was pain there, but she soldiered on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She just, because I can feel it, but it's not stopping me. I can feel the pain and I know it's there, but it's not stopping me, and I'm continuing to do what I want to do. Grandchildren are super important to her. Is there one here that has her name or a middle name the same as her?
Not at the moment.
I've got a child around me here, and I know that something about this child is exactly the same as me. There's something here. So if it's not a name, they look exactly like her, or there's a mannerism exactly like her, because I just want to connect to this child here as well. I know that she okay. If I'm still with Mum, did she have an unusual funeral?
Yes. She didn't want one, but we gave her one at the Bowls Club.
And it was different, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because she's now taking me to the funeral. I know it's really unusual. It's not your standard traditional type of funeral. And I feel happy. Was everyone supposed to wear bright colours?
Everyone, yeah.
Because you know what? She's commenting on my dress. She would have liked to see this at the funeral. Because I feel as though everyone's made to wear bright colours, and that's important for her. I know, you can take that away if you want. Just bear with me. Okay, alright. I know that you and her were particularly close, and that's, you know, mothers and daughters goes without saying, but this is different. I feel as though more friends.
Oh, she was my best friend.
Best friends. Because she makes me feel as though you and her were particularly close, but more than mother and daughter close, best friends close. And I know that there's a laughing on the telephone that she misses. So I know that telephone conversations here with you and her would have always been funny.
Yeah, every time I rang up, she said, "Oh, I've got to go to the toilet, I'll talk to you later." I'm like, "Oh, great."
Because I know that there's a telephone thing here and it's always very funny. We start everything off with this bit of a laugh here. Know that your lovely mum's good. Oh, and just to the side of her also, she lets me know, and I have a gentleman here, perhaps he passes, I'll try not to keep my eyes closed too much, perhaps he passes in maybe his 50s or so.
That's Dad, 55.
Not 55. Sorry, it's
my dad.
Your dad. Because as I look at her here, I know she just brings the gentleman close to me. He passes in his 50s. And your dad was a bloke, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Because as he comes forward here, I've got this real kind of blokey feeling. And I know that he was just in awe of your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute awe of your mother, and I know that he idolised her, he watched her, he loved her. He passed very quickly, your dad, is that correct?
Yeah, and he's asleep.
Yeah, because I just feel as though I just was here and then I wasn't. So there's nothing even to talk about the passing. It just, I'm here, and then I wake up and I'm here in the spirit world. And if you're going to pass, that's the best way to do it. Just wake up the next day in that other world. Can't get better than that. So I know that he wakes up in the other world. Your dad had something to do with music as well, did he?
Yeah, he was an actor and Mum was a singer.
Okay, because he likes to be up here as well. No wonder they're here, because we're up here standing on the stage. So I know that we all three of us like to be up here. This is a really fun place to be. So I got him here. There's also a gentleman here with cancer connected to the family, younger gentleman, and the next demographic down, would that be correct? So the next demographic down would be a son-in-law, a nephew, someone like that.
Oh, yes.
There's someone there, because...
Scary.
Sorry, pays to have two people working. Because I know that I've got your lovely parents here, but they have their arms around a gentleman here. Now this gentleman passes with cancer, but wouldn't accept it very well.
No, he didn't at all.
Because not that he's angry in the spirit world, don't get me wrong, they're not angry there, but he gives me the feeling that he was mad about going. Do you know what I mean? He was mad about going and he wouldn't accept it. And I know that, was this gentleman married twice?
Yes, he was my sister's husband.
Was your sister the second wife?
Yes.
Of him? Okay, because he talks about being married twice, but I know that the second one was the best. Yeah. That's why I checked to see that it was your sister before I said that. I just want to make sure I don't want to upset anyone. And he makes me aware that the second wife was the best wife. It's always the case, isn't it, Grant? Yeah. Second wife. Okay, let me just get him back here. I know that he was angry about going. He has cancer. He was nursed at home. Is that correct as well?
My sister nursed him.
He shows me being nursed at home, and almost to the end, wasn't he?
Right to the end.
Right to the very end, because I don't have a feeling that I'm in a sterile hospital environment or anything like that. And I know that your sister made the room,